Students of Reddit, what is your best school life hack? Find time to get some exercise in. All of that grab and go, fast food catches up to you fast. I got fat as F in college and have since lost all that weight. I wish I made time to at least squeeze in a 30 minutes workout every other day. Quizlet is pretty great. Great for finding the entire tests for some reason. If you have lazy teachers, Google a direct quote from a worksheet or assignment and you can sometimes find teaching resources and answers online. You can Google by file type. Using the syntax, file type, PDF name of the textbook I need, will often give you downloadable versions and save you hundreds of dollars. Plus being able to Control+F a textbook is a lifesaver. This of course can be applied to any other file extension. If you need to participate in group discussion but aren't sure about the material, ask intelligent questions instead of trying to answer what you don't get. It'll buy you time and you'll still be participating. See the professor, Ta, during their office hours if you need extra help understanding something. No one comes to office hours and they're usually really happy to help. For all my fellow commuters out there, meal prep. You will save so much money by making some rice and chicken at home instead of buying some food every day. I used to buy Subway twice a week as I was at school for a long time of those days. I just started to do meal prep and I feel so much better about not spending that much money anymore. What meals do you prep? I don't have access to a microwave and can't usually eat until around 2 o'clock in my 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. school schedule. Browse the textbook before the lecture, or at least skim the introduction and the section headings. It's a lot easier to remember information if you walk into the classroom with a little bit of context. Before exam, make a copy of all the material you have to know, but change it in the way you would explain it. It helps a lot to learn the subject. I found that explaining the concept out loud, even if it's to nobody, really helped me or made me realize what I still didn't know. Your goal is to find the bathroom on campus that's used infrequently and find out when they clean it. When you find the perfect time and location, don't tell anyone until you graduate. Get enough sleep. Seriously. I know it's hard. I know there's not enough hours in the day. But if you're gonna cut anything, it shouldn't be sleep. Sleep more than you study more than you party, and party as much as you can. Don't spend your school time on Reddit, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm not doing that right now. As someone who just graduated college, do yourself a favor and actually go to class. You're paying for the chair if you're in the US, and there is research on a correlation between greater absences equals greater likelihood to fail a course. I know you hate the class, but go. I might literally be begging. Peanut butter can be a meal. Woof woof. Degree. Do not leave things to be done just before the deadline. Do it ahead of time, if possible, so you avoid unnecessary stress. Helps me survive. Also, learn how to manage your time well. I hate it when professors actively prevent you from working at least a week ahead. Locked assignments are the bane of my existence. Treat it like a 9-to-5 job, you'll get so much work done, and won't have any feeling of guilt during time off. Engineering, attend class and pay attention to the examples. That and if you use AutoCAD PDF import can be really useful. It's fairly silly but it was indispensable to me in college, especially for my English minor. Paste your syllabi in a very visible location in your home, and write down all of your major due dates on a whiteboard. There's a lot else that goes in college, so it's really easy to forget sometimes what you have to read or what papers you have to do. Especially for non-math courses, your assignments will be due in spurts, and it's definitely not as easy to remember as a weekly problem set. So it's best to just have all your assignments easily visible. It pays dividends. You've got to play the metagame. If you're lazy and unorganized like me, you won't have time to properly study for everything and complete every assignment. That's when you look at the grade distribution and start with the items that are worth the most. This is so important. Keep track of your points. The only way you know if you can skip a homework assignment or bomb a quiz if you've been carefully watching your grade so far. If you're nervous about presenting something or speaking out loud because you're forced to, just know that the majority of students around you feel the same way as you, if not worse. That always helped me get over the fear of talking out loud. Yeah, and adding to that, they are probably too worried about their own presentation to pay attention if you go early. Wikipedia not working? Type 0 in front of the W and hit enter. Now you have Wiki 0. All Wikipedia format, just on a different site. Do your homework at lunch. I do it in high school and now I have so much time to masturbate and not have a social life. I would have done this, but in my high school we were only given 20 minutes for lunch. Go to the same school and have the same teachers as your perfect brother and perfect sister. You will skate by and get special treatment, and leave high school with a false sense of entitlement and ability. Throw yourself into the course. Network like a maniac. Help out on projects that are tied to professional businesses. Volunteer. Long gone are the days of being paid to start the best band in the world. You are paying for a service, so get the most out of it. Or don't go and get a job instead. Master that, make cash money, train and get qualifications. Or F about with a minimum wage job, do the festivals, travel, hike up mountains and camp under the stars, join the greatest band in the world, or learn to paint. Do something while you learn what you really want to do. Mostly. Wear sunscreen. If you want to use Wikipedia when writing an academic essay, just cite the sources that Wikipedia cites. Not only does it reduce your workload a lot, but it makes it look like you've done a ton of reading during your research, which your professor will be really impressed by. Unless everyone in your class is doing the same thing and coincidentally using the same sources. My grades get better the more I go to class. It's really weird. Put your phone away completely when studying. The biggest issue I had in school was getting distracted by Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, text messages, emails, etc. There was always something going off and I'd spent 10 minutes in my phone, out it down, get a notification and waste another 10 minutes.